You meant next Friday? You sure? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let's walk into the stream. I'm banned from Roblox? How are you banned? For how long? Oh, he's got like 15 minutes till the update drops. Unless he delays it. Which I highly doubt, but... Being stupid? Yep. Combat Drone next Friday. Over in 15 minutes. Combat Drone costs 2,051,000 to 695 gold. Get back to grinding. It'd be the funniest shit if it was like a percentage of your gold. But John did say it was less than 100k, so supposedly. Using sniper, yep. I should probably here. Let me think. What towers would I bring if I'm using combat drone? Probably like farm towers, right? Golden lobster. Definitely bringing a medic. Spawner towers. Heli. Actually, no. Reserved for a combat drone. Where's farm? There it is. There we go. 99k, 999 gold. Yep. It's technically less. Technically less. Betting like 75 to 90k. Probably 75k. Maybe. Shotgun. Well, shotgun will definitely heal it. I wouldn't doubt that, but I'll bring it. I'll replace it with Slimer actually. Let's play. Well, we gotta wait for the update to drop. In like 13 minutes. Shotgunner, I'll bring Relic for leak protection. You are old, yep. Doesn't hell yeah. It Shotgunner heals any tower. Same for Troll. Which it's fucking crazy how Troll Tower heals 80%. Why does it do that? Upgrade called VX Drone. VX Drone becoming a tower. Manual control. They added a new tower? They didn't. It's on your shoulder, yep. The Isle Drone. Scarecrow, my beloved. Yep. I got a furry skin for the Scarecrow, where is it? A furry. What tower you want reworked first? Sniper. Like, even though you can be an expert with it. Like, okay, if you see Noel's video on, like, you know, talking about the tower reworks, I think. Like, yeah, it can be an expert, but only on, like, very few maps. And while it does have, like, a high skill ceiling to do so, it's like, why would you even bother? Like, you're gonna get other towers, like, available to you by the time you beat expert, so, like, why even bother? Most things Jug is underrated. Jug is really good. Or, yeah, it's pretty good. It's like probably one of the most cost-efficient towers. Like getting 2-2 is pretty solid. And top path is pretty underrated because that ignore bolt resistance. I think generally it's good to have. While bottom path's like primarily good for like min-maxing DPS. If you don't have G-Jug. Tower X delay. Did he mention? Doesn't seem like it. Jug isn't underrated, it's just that he's outclassed by a lot of things. Yeah. I mean, Juggernaut and Railgunner are both good in like around like the same level. Like Railgunner has its range, but its downside is its slow fire rate. It has a high damage output, which is why it makes it a good boss killer. Also high HP as well compared to Jug. Jug only has like at max I think like 4k HP, unless I'm wrong. Let me look that up. 10 minutes? Yeah, we got 10 minutes. Yeah, Juggernaut top path gets 3k at max and 4k HP at bottom path. Use Juggernaut to get a leaderboard in expert solo back in the old days. Use G Ranger, G Jug, and you can outclass Jug's DPS, yeah. But there's also golden resistance in the expert rework, so. Wasn't somebody at rank 1000? Yeah, no, it was the other programmer. It was Epic. Or they had fucking Epic mining dev. I think got removed. I was rank 1000. Yep. Yep, you were rank 1000. I have to get rid of you off the leaderboard. Yeah, you're at number 9. Kazing's at number 7. How many hours do you have on TDX? Like 2,000 something, let me check. 2,400 hours. Can't believe Zaddy? Unfortunately, no. I don't add random people. Or viewers. Tower's less than 100k gold, yeah. At least today Gmob. Which I still don't think, I don't think it should be 100k. Fucking... For what Gmobster can do, I feel like Gmob is just... I don't know about too good. It does make more money, right? And top path can be really good, as well as, you know, like 2-2 or 0-2, but if you want to utilize bounty, you're better off using regular mobster, just because of like the lower cooldowns on the further levels compared to Gmob's cooldown getting increased when you get to max. Not only that, but it's significantly cheaper, so you can get bounty sooner. Really update Shadow Drop in 8 minutes. Yep. Early congrats on 3k subs. What are we at right now? Hold on. We're 3 subs away from 3k. So if you haven't already, and like to see it get to 3k, subscribe to the channel. 2 months, a year would have passed since the collab. Which collab? Should be at least 300k. I don't know about 300k. Not a lot of people have that much gold even. TDX TB. It hasn't even been 2 years since the game came out, has it? So it'd be 1 year. That's some tripping, tweaking. Gmob should have $1 billion reload mechanic. John did show it. Guy drowned out everything I said. What'd you say? Should have bounty cap increased, especially on max bottom path. 100k limit is outrageous in a way. It's only good for 45% tower refund insurance. Yeah, but if you do increase it, then you know it can get a bit out of hand. Because obviously you can use it in endless, right? And you'll generate significantly more than regular mobster, so it's useful there. However, you don't even need to use Gmob because, or obviously if you have it, then you might as well use it. But regular mobster is already good as it is. Not only that, but if let's like the biggest use case that people mention is warship micro. However, based on my experiences, combining warship with mobster on oil rig, if you're trying to get like all the warships while bounting, is a fucking pain in the ass. It's way too much fucking micro for the effort. So you're better off with farm. Like just having top path, like initially bottom path and then top path once you get to like around 30 or 40. Like that's already good enough to sustain warships. Place tower, do you have 45% tower death value? It is good in that regard, the insurance, yeah, 45%. It's 5% away from like regular sell price. So it is good in that regard. Neutron Star Core Warship. Yeah, unique warship skins would be nice. We still have yet to get some. Water towers would also be nice, because we only have patrol boat and warship. 4 minutes, yep. Vsauce, Michael here. We need submarines? Yeah, a submarine tower would like be the most likely water tower. Or like maybe like a buoy or a radar water tower. Or maybe a tower you can place in both water and land. Like a harpooner tower. What would they do for new water towers? I mean, anything's up in the air. Obviously, it would, you know, have some sort of advantage over land towers, given its limited placement area, but they could add the carrier as like a water tower, because the map was removed. They would have added it back by now, wouldn't they? Only reason I see them not adding it back is adding a carrier tower as like a water tower. So I don't know. Your aircraft carrier. Hoping the combat drone will have an option to turn off its UI. I mean, you have block strip. Yeah, it would be nice to have it innately. Like the UI thing for block strap still works at least, even with Roblox mentioning like them cracking down on like custom clients. So I think block strap is still safe. Obviously, you can't use certain fast flags, but the UI thing you can still use, at least right now. Block strap can turn off the UI. Yeah, it's a fast flag. A lot of people, or a lot of content creators use it. Yep, got 2 minutes. Watching the game page. Refreshing it to see when it updates. Sanctioned free cam TDX would still be pretty neat, at the very least for VIP. Yeah, I think John didn't mention that. My man. Yeah, welcome to the stream. We got 2 minutes till the update drops. Should probably get a browser window ready for when the trailer drops too. Could watch that on stream real quick. Liking the update he gave to VIP with the half speed, yeah. It's especially useful for like doing challenges too, like Bladeworks Endless. Makes the micro a lot easier, albeit it does take a lot longer to do. Endless rework or nightmare mode? Nightmare. Just new content in general. Can't wait to see John said the event next Friday. Would be the funniest shit. If he does delay, I'll just do like a few endless runs or something. Is your PFP a selfie of you? Nope, it's just Yoshi. From Super Smash Bros. Me and some randoms are just benching in the lobby for the update? Yeah, most people are waiting. Oh, it just updated. Shutting down the PS. Did you hit 3K yet? Let me see. Yeah, we did. We hit 3K subs. Epic! Alright. Did it update? So the game updated. Unless I'm tweaking. Oh, did it update again? 12 seconds ago. Okay. Rejoin. Let's see what we got. Oh, new announcement. Proud us POV mode. Nice. 72K. That's all right. That's all right. All right, we got that. Kill zombies the first person. So that's it though. Just new combat drone. Here, let's look at the trailer. Let me open up the browser. Capture. Okay, capture the browser. Where is it? Combat drone. Let's check it. God damn. Some sick gameplay. Alright, let's check it out. I don't know if you guys are gonna join. I'm gonna check it out real quick. Let me... Trailer's hard? Yeah. Shit goes hard. But let me read the announcement. PvP mode allows you to control a tower, fly around the map, first person, aim for the head, deal 3 times more damage while ignoring resistance. Non-headshot deal double, use bomb path for support roles, top path for additional weapons, payloads, bombs, second aerial tower, towers in testing phase. Next week is Elite Rework Gaming mode, or mode gaming. Nice. So if we look at the updates, or the upgrades real quick. So its placement is 3000, top has upgrades for 1800, increases the damage, fire rate, 6500, increases the damage, bottom path, increases the range, bottom path, increases the damage and movement speed. And if we check bottom path first, 14k, what does it have? Reaper drone. Stealths itself. Don't know what else it does. But 82k gains more damage. And 130k. Ignores explosive resistance. And then top path, 21k. It's more damage. 75k rocket pods. More damage at 190k. So I guess it unlocks the first person abilities. Alright, yeah, if you guys want to join, yeah. Sad to announce they didn't change the helicopters, just removed them. Yep. Also waiting to see what balance changes they've done, if they've done any. Alright, let's do limbo. Let me bring cash crates. Cash crates. Am I blind? There we go. No VX drone upgrade name towers. It's a real shame. I like X22. Let's check it real quick. We're an expert. Alright, let me turn the stream info. Alright, there we go. Change the title. Why is MG not nerfed? I mean, it might be. So I'll probably farm. Actually, I could probably not farm. Just use the drone. Place it down immediately. So if we place it down, okay, so you follow player. So it deals 11 DPS. But if you go into first person, ooh. This looks nice. But you gotta reload though. And there's some like limited sensitivity to it. Hold on. Can I do that? Okay, I can. Bootleg free cam. Okay, so I can with Q and E I can go up and down. I think it automatically goes up terrain as well. I can exit the tower. So let me upgrade. Top path upgrade. Get back in the first. Oh, you can zoom in and out with the scroll wheel. Focus target on the, holy fucking shit. AFK in the lane. Like this update? The tower's definitely a new experience. Definitely fun to use, so if I keep headshotting because they have armor pierces too, even at like base level. However, you cannot see like your money or wave, or I guess you can see your money in the tab menu, but not the wave structure or what wave you're on. That's probably fine. Okay, so we have 200 damage, 300 damage, 400 damage. It has like 1700 HP. So I don't know if we should be skipping this often. Stun immunity. And it changes its bullet type, so we target a flying. Nice. Okay, it looks like you have to slightly aim above. Kind of like a. Actually, no, I was about to say it's like kind of like Tarkov, where you have to slightly aim at like the tip of the head or something, but. Yeah, I don't think we should be skipping this this often. These enemies also have a head hitbox. Yeah, that works too. Alright. Wondering about that NVG view? It's probably a bottom path, if I were to guess. Also, you can only place one combat drone. Don't know if you can place more in solo. Could probably check that. So we got both paths, just more damage overall. Gonna kill the fuck-ass jumper. Nice. Stealth one as well. Not the armor factory. I wonder if it has a range limit. Like if you can shoot far. So if I'm over here, I can. It does have more recoil. The further out you go, and like, probably less accurate too. Let me target that grenadier. Nice. Got the super heavy tank. And you're blocking the way. Okay, so other towers can the other drones can actually like block the way. Yep, we're iPad kids. Yep. Watching TikToks and Instagram Reels. I wonder if some of these other weak points or if it's just headshots. I think it's just headshot. Oh. Hold up. Oh, we got like 1200 HP. $2 from Yoshi. I have a job now. Super OP buff. Thank you for the $2. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get the bottom path first. So, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, so it's like... we're dead, by the way. Nice auto skipping. Okay, so with bottom path, I guess it has like a set patrol path. Yeah, it goes in circles. It's like Ace Pilot. Can we not auto skip? Oh, I guess we are. Look at that damage. Look at that fucking damage, and look at that power up too. Yeah, you can use power-ups, but remember you have a limited amount. So if we fucking get that bottom path for that stealth. I think it still targets it, doesn't it? I don't know if it's high range, but it's kind of like the fucking recon drone. Hold on. Ability spotter. Wait, does that have infinite range? 306, hold on. 306 range. What the fuck? Oh, you... That is interesting. Are we gonna die again? No. Hold on. Can I move it out? Oh no, it's just stuck in the center of the map. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so... It's 154 damage, but if we go into first person, it deals double damage. It does a headshot though. I don't know if it headshots. 10 missiles per reload. Yeah, I'm not sure if headshots. I'm trying to aim for headshots, but it doesn't seem like it. I think it's just double damage with bottom path. Also that bounded. Spot even do? Bosses worth more than 1 mil have a 7 times multiplier. Someone in school, can you explain the bottom path support features? Yeah, gotta check it. So can we're 76k, bottom path is 82k. Yeah, I'm trying to aim for headshots, but it doesn't. Does it? Wait. What's that marker? What does that marker mean? So go out, can we upgrade? So spotter. I don't see the ability. So, okay, F spotter. can't see what the ability does though, so I'm not sure. This update is peak. It definitely is. Just adding that level of control compared to just placing towers and watching them. You can actually directly engage in the battlefield. So do they take more damage with spotter? Or maybe they got stealth revealed. Yeah, so deal like 1208 damage. So if I spot a predator, I don't think it increases the damage output, I think it just stealth reveals. Also, yeah, the bottom path makes those pilots hard to hit. Do we have an anti-air? Hold on, if I exit, does it automatically target it? Yeah, it does. Okay. So probably is best to not go into first person, just to target the flying enemies. Yeah, bottom path, ignore explosive, only increase the damage just slightly. Increase splash radius, reload time, gets to spotter level 2 and passive pave missiles. So let's get that. Alright. Let's keep shooting it. Artemis. Purely focus. Look at that damage. There's that drone. Yeah, I'll keep focusing on Artemis. See if if I can get out. I'll start focusing on Phobius. Go back in. Nice. Take care of Zeus. By the pave missiles, hold on. So that's 2? Yeah, it's 2, okay. So 5. Do it again. 10k for each missile, looks like. Elite rework next week? Yeah. That'll be good to see. Oh, so you looks like you just directly switch between with like the number keys. So I just go to 2 and shoot pave missiles. I still don't know what spotter. I think just spotter just stealth reveals maybe. I didn't see like an increase in damage or whatnot. Fucking 10k per missile, and then you can just switch back to the main guns, which has AoE anyways. So bottom path is pretty solid for how much? 238k. And then here, let's sell it. Get top path. So top path 21k gets shield ability, rockets increases the shield ability, and then changes damage type to laser. Question is, does it damage pierce? Oh, I mean, yeah, armor pierce on headshot. So yeah. It also has the pursuit ability. Has like 300 bullets per reload. So we reload that, get the bomb. Actually here. Target's flying, just let it go. Go back into that. I wonder if V-Extern has a head. I don't know. Oh yeah, it does. So never mind, fucking you just drop the bomb. What if you could drop it on, like, directly on the V-Extern? Or try that during Destructor. Reload. Spotter slows the targeted enemy and makes it slows? That might be busted. And then it increases damage, which I didn't notice. Okay, top path has is 298k. You're not taking that much damage until we headshot. Do that, yeah. Other stuff's blocking slower fire rate because of the Purgatory debuff. 10% extra damage, 5% for bosses, 20% slower, 5% for bosses. And level 2, 30% extra damage, 10% for bosses, 50% slower. 20 for... Hold on. Is that right? Yeah, 20% slower for bosses. That would be extremely useful for Calamity because of that 30% increased speed. Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb. Just reload that. So wave 30 and 39, I think. Gmop mine bounty stacking gone? Yeah, I'd figure they'd fix that. Shit was pretty busted. Alright, wave 40. How many came in place? In quad 1. So I'm gonna try solo, see how that performs. How much health does it have? 8,600. Drop the bombs. Jumped. Get away. Which, it doesn't instantly kill the drone. Wouldn't the EMP do that? Fucking here, let me test this. Directly drop bombs. I don't know if it dealt enough damage. Also, how high can I go? I can go pretty high. Okay, looks like that's the limit. It also reflect how long it takes to drop the bombs. Fucking debuff reaches that far. It's getting pretty far. Oh. Oh, I got the shield ability, hold on. Ouch. Nice. Warship or combat drone, level 99, 65k. Combat drone's definitely a lot of fun, I will say. If you were to endless grind, I'd probably say warship. But if you want a lot more fun, then combat drone. All right, Eradicator. Should probably look at that damage. Look at that fucking damage. Have you slow down? Is I am stunned or getting slowed? shield. I kinda wish you could see how much health they have. You can see your own drone's HP. Bombs. Oh yeah, the helis actually block. So I kind of lower myself. Drone doesn't get stunned because of manual control. Drop the bombs. Does the target flying? Oh, there's that drone. Nice. Take care of all those. Push these guys off. Bomb. Let's go pretty far. Funny shit movies. Yep. Well, you definitely need other defense alongside it. All right. Here, let me check the update logs. See the full changes. Oh, I gotta rewind. This pap guy doesn't know. He hasn't played expert enough. Alright. Yeah, map selection now works. For console, game loading bar now works. Bug where bounties could be awarded more than once fixed. That is a rip. And POV mode for hotkeys for controllers. And spotter ability information, okay. Alright. So let me do a solo run then. We'll do it on a longer map. So I'll do party. Okay. TDX got to update more. They know how to make peak. They just gotta do more often. Yeah, I feel like they're gearing towards a bi-weekly consistent schedule. It seems like. Although we are getting the Elite update next week. So the Elite rework. Actually, could do Dead End. No, sure. Let's see if it's possible to just use drone on Dead End. Get the cache crates. Speed it up. Just play normally. Alright. So if we just have it hover, then deals decent DPS. Let's do manual control. Yeah, level requirement? What's the level requirement on it? Yeah, it's only 72k. Nobody cares what level you are? I care. And nobody cares what you say. Why Why does it matter if you know someone above level 100? There's a good amount of players that's like above level 100. Does he use ammo when in non-FPS? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Is there a way to hide a UI? I think only with block strap. Yeah. You tend to see a lot of, I guess if you consider like anything above 100 as a high level, it's a pretty, like the rear admiral role is like probably the most common, or the most average. I'd say anything above 125 is a high level. Yeah. After 100, that's when like the XP curve gets a bit steep. Because remember how warship's level requirement used to be 150, or yeah, before like it was officially released. Like John increased it from 100 to 150, and then he increased it like, did he increase it further? On the old expert days. The old expert. Those were the days. If I get close enough, do they attack? No, they don't. Okay, let's see if we can beat Dead End Valley with purely just what do you call? Pure just a combat drone. Nice. Bottom path drone about to be the 4th tower for stun cycling. I mean, yeah, it'd be a 4th stun. But I don't think it's like a full stun, right? It just slows. I assume. I think I'll play a few more games just to check out its stun capability. I think the little guys that only attack ground troops will be able to shoot it. Probably, yeah. Oh, let's take out the grenadier. Nice. Yeah, being able to just do that compared to like, you know, target like manual targeting on like regular towers, especially when they're like, if they're not weakest or strongest or first or last. Have they slightly reworked easy mode to not be extra tutorial anymore? Easy was supposed to be a tutorial, but with tutorial mode it's outdated. I mean, I think it's fine as is. It's just easy mode, right? Easy mode. Although you still have people that do, you know, like new players that still do die to bosses in easy mode. Do you think drone will be good for impossible maps? Yeah, that bottom path will especially be useful. The support capability. So, do I have enough money? No, I don't. Or I do. Okay. So we get the Gatling. DPS. I also got the shield. Fossil maps won't be as hard for early waves. Stealth jumpers are cooked. Yep. Especially on, like, you know, aside from I think Bladeworks and Deserted, jumpers don't jump if the map's short enough where they're close to the exit. That recoil is significant. I should probably do that, yeah, if I'm concerned about. Although it might be a bit disorienting with that recoil. Yeah, I can kind of already see that recoil being a bit nauseating. Deal with the jumpers first. Also, if I'm not reading chat, it's because just engaging first person just demands a lot more focus. What's better, Golden Jug or Combat Drone? I'd say Golden Jug. Actually, here, can I place more drones? I can. So let me do this then. I'll get a bottom path. So we'll have that automatically targeting. Can also switch to it for support. Nice. The rest of these. Yeah, I think you place more than one. Yeah, up to two. Yeah, two. So you can have both bottom and top path. Okay, we got the Purgatory. Let's just stay far away. Deal with the jumper. Yeah, so it looks like Purgatory doesn't target the bottom path drone. Nice. This is a dangerous wave. Looks like I'm dead. Oh. Yep. Maybe I should upgrade bottom path for that more passive targeting. Or just lock in on just slow it down. Increase that. Change that. This wave. Alright. Nice. Give a shout out to easy mode for being a rare first mode in a TD game where you only need star towers to win a solo. That is true. Actually, can't you beat TDS's like easy mode or first mode with just like start scout? Or is that not possible? Bet FPS pros are gonna go hard with this mode. I mean, in any mode, it's just, you know, combat drone, but you do need to get, what was it, level 100 for its level requirement? You do need to, like, at least get to that point. Bottom path makes me think of COD kill streaks, yeah. Just going in circles. Exit that. Get full control of this. Just focus dealing damage. 20k. Looks like if the player doesn't block it at least. Nice. Upgrade that. So now we get rockets. 6 rocket pods. I wonder if the turret uses them passively. I think it just uses the minigun. 470 DPS. Still pretty good DPS. Need 9k more for a sea drone. It's like a few expert runs. Or even like a wave 80 endless run. That should give you a, or at least in a hard map. It doesn't look like a rocket's headshot, I don't think. Or maybe armor pierces if you're doing for the head with them, but. Got these guys. Armored runners. Get near the end of the map. Yep. Let's rewind. Second rewind. Let me, I think I'll upgrade that. Upgrade the bottom path to max. Yeah, that's where the night vision comes from. We can switch to the pave missiles. 10k. Just sweeps. Let's see how slow that guy's going. Be careful with this. I wonder if it doesn't look like it shoots the pave drones or pave missiles automatically. Not sure. I know it does. It only shoots like one. It's a lot less damage. Well, if you switch to weapon before leaving, does it only use the last one? No, I think it just uses its primary. Hold on. Does it stun it? It does. That's a stun? How long is that stun? 1, 2. That's a 4-second stun. What the fuck? Does that stun bosses too? We gotta check that for like wave 29. Take care of the pilot. Okay, hold on. Control this guy. Use the pave missile. It does stun bosses. What? Oh, hold on. That means you can have 100% stun up time. Because you have G-Ranger Grenade, you have Slimer, you have G-Mine. Now you have a 4th boss stun. So you can have a full stun, like 100% stun up time. That is actually crazy. This. Drop the bombs. Pilot. Still debuffed. Yeah, those purgatories, they have pretty massive range. Let's just drop the bomb on them. I think we're dead. Yep. 31. That's actually fucking crazy how it can stun bosses though. You probably have to have a separate ploy to do it. Although definitely could be possible to do solo. So you have yeah, Slammer, G Ranger, G Mine, and then Combat Drone, and then 2 remaining towers. But you'd have to like. Actually, I should try that in a different run. Getting pinged. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, if it slows, then it'll slow Nightmare Void too, won't it? So it might be possible. It might be possible to get past 172, and that might be it. That might be it for us to get a Wave 200 on Bladeworks. The spotter ability auto aim on a thing of highlights? I don't think so. Here, come on. Slow down to half speed if I control this. Shoot caves. Let's spotter quick. No, it targets first, or whichever targeting it has. Can I upgrade? I can. Let me target Purgatory over there. I do not like that guy. Drop some bombs real close. Nice. Close range. Drops over here. Nice. Other Purgatory. So I got that bounded. Nice. Okay. Is Drone better than Heli? I don't know. I'd say Heli's probably better. However, if you're manually controlling it, then your DPS is essentially doubled and tripled if you get headshots, but you can only place 1. And when you're going to first person, you're essentially like can't do anything else but shoot. So you have to like get out of it and then manage other towers. So it's kind of like a mode switch. So it's like that, just that additional micro that you need to do. Yeah, Heli does better raw gameplay combat, more precision. Combat Drone. The first person mode. Oh yeah, so look at this, right? So top path, I got the UI disabled. This is essentially free cam. Actually crazy. So if I drop the bomb. Wait, is it passively set? Yeah, so pave missile is just. So the bottom path drone passively uses it occasionally, like every 20 seconds it looks like. And so whenever it does that, it just stuns bosses for 4 seconds. Fucking nuts. Oh. Be careful. Watch when Artemis targets. Shield. Can shield? There we go. Use the bombs, use the rockets, switch between. Nice. Probably speed it up, hold on. Just keep it sped up. Shield? No. And it dies. So it has a high cooldown on its shield. So I can block like 1 or 2 hits, but aside from that, I'm gonna be real careful. That kind of this hit? No, it doesn't. Careful. Can it hit if I'm directly above it, and if it lands on it? I don't know. How high can it go? I would still be able to shoot missiles. Oh. Okay, so regardless of how high I go, it'll still target if I'm close. Yeah, Zeus sword throw is funny, yep. Wait, hold on, so... Yeah, Comet Drone has 3400 HP, 3450, and it's stealth. So generally won't get targeted. Blast resistance. Past. Deal with the jumpers. Pave stunned them. Deal with that. Bomb them. Why no MG nerfs and Geomob buffs? I assume a good chunk of like balance changes will come next week. At least that's what John mentioned in his Doom stream with like the reworks and stuff, right? Unless those are just direct tower reworks. But we'll see by then. Pilots. Them and the bottom path should deal with the others passively. Yep. Donation from C-Reg or Shigo. 5. Don't know what currency is that. Comet Drone is peak. Thank you for the donation. Greatly appreciate it. Let's drop the bombs. Gmob literally costs 100k. Yeah, so I still think, I don't know. 100k is for Gmob. It seems a bit unreasonable. Gmob is fine, still balanced. I mean, yeah, but okay, like. Obviously, its purchase cost reflects its potential, right? However, while it is good, with the early upgrades and the top path is really good too. But I feel that with the current content we have right now, I feel like bottom path would or regular mobster, I feel like would be a much better option to use than golden mobster in that regard. Just because it's a lot easier to use and you get bounty a lot sooner. At least that's how I feel. Yeah, level 110 for Gmob, that's another wacky thing. Here's what I'll do, I'm just gonna target target the back ones and hopefully the so the other combat drone targets the rest. Target the crowd. Yep! Those jumpers are still like one of the harder enemies to deal with. So I think that's my 4th rewind. Quite slow. Yeah, there's still some that are leaking. Deal with these front ones. Damn, a fuck ton of HP. G-Mom needs replacement? I think it's fine. It's roughly the same placement as a regular mobster. So I think it's a VX drone. Yep, there he is. Now what I want to test is if I can drop a bomb on flying enemies. VX drone would probably be the easiest to do. So let me do this. Exit out, switch, target pave for that stun. Yep, look at him stunned. Shield. Can I drop the bomb? Okay, no, you cannot drop bombs on flying enemies. Also, the extern has a head, so target that. If I ever want to stun him more, switch, shoot a paved drone, paved missile. Boom, he's stunned for 4. He's not stunned. Shoot it again. There we go. Boom. Yeah, now he's. He didn't look. Hold on. Yeah, when I shot the missile, it didn't look like he was getting stunned. Unless the cooldown is like a lot longer than most other boss stun options. Here, let's do this again. Pave missile. Hold on, do I have to stay in? Use a shield, yeah. Yeah, health is critical. You hear the health beeping. Nice. So maybe I have to stay in the first person mode of the combat drone if I want the stun to apply. Because it didn't seem like it was applying when I switched out of it. Here, we could probably speed it up. Pilots should get pretty far. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Last rewind. Maybe we could leave it on passively. Yeah, let's try that. Do I need to slow down? I can't leave it passively, so here, gotta do this. Okay, follow. I think we're gonna die. most of the... Oh, yeah, we're dead. So using combat drone only, it's a bit difficult, although I probably could have mitigated that if I went to first person, but that's how far we got. The pilots and jumpers are like probably the hardest to deal with, like fast enemies in general. Chat is cooked. What's going on in chat? I've been locked in on combat drone. Also got pinged again. Okay. But yeah, the tower's definitely nice. Like a new way to play the game. So I like it. Do you think combat drone A can do expert? Yes, I actually, yeah, why don't we do that again? Hold on. Because I had plenty of money, so if we get rid of that, I'll equip a turret. We'll run it again. $2 from Bacon. Oh, $10. How's the new tower? It's pretty good. Thanks for the $2. It's a pretty good tower. How much does the tower cost? 72k. So let's run just here, Dead End Valley again. We'll utilize a turret this time. Only problem may be MK2 healing. I think it'll out DPS it. I think that'll be fine. And do it on base plate? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Here, let's do it on 1.5 times. Let it shoot normally. Elite's gonna have over 20 new enemies, and we've seen a good chunk of them too in John's development video. Or was it development? I think it was just a Gmod video. I actually have a dog shit memory. 30 waves? Actually, let me go check the TDX server. No new information. Yeah, could probably just use combat drone passively for like the early waves. And if I really need to get that armor pierce, I could just go into first person. Just realized 2.5 heli reveals all stealth. Yeah, bottom path is pretty solid. Although for a late game, you typically would get top path just for the DPS because of the placement limit. The DPS output. Tower's still fun to use? Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, in terms of cost efficiency, so it's you invest 6,200 and get 33 DPS passively, but that's doubled and even tripled with headshots. So in first person, obviously, it's pretty cost efficient. Although without first person, it's decent. What's the placement limit? 1 in, I think. I don't know if you can place 2 in duo. I think it's just 1, and in solo it's just 2. Do you think relic rework is coming in with the elite? I assume so. Because we did see a model of the flying troop that John showed in one of his videos. Okay, so yeah, here's when the high resistance enemies comes in. So then I headshot to make it trivial. There we go. TDX chat saying the new thumbnails AI. I think it's just. I hope, or at least I don't think they aren't using AI, but I think it's just heavily like Photoshop, like effects. Because I think it's gearing towards like, you know, the TDS's style as well. Like looks more cartoony. They're probably experimenting with what appeals to most Roblox players more. Yeah, considering John went a whole spiel, which did they change the gift icon? I don't think they did. Those. Keep headshot the dude. So we exit. Didn't TDX say any use of AI would make your roles go bye-bye? Yeah. I think content creators. If they use AI, then their content creator role would get revoked. So I assume, based on that, TDS also is against AI, but obviously, you know, it's like, we're talking about, like, you know, like, more like, what's the term? Because obviously, like, Photoshop already has, like, AI tools, right? But typically those are, like, AI assisted tools. Stuff like, fucking, what's one example? Like, the object selection tool. I think that's, like, powered by AI, because it just, like, determines what objects you're trying to select. But that's not, like, you know, like, purely, like, transformative AI. So stuff like that is fine, because it just assists with, whatever you're doing. It's not a primary, like, tool that completely, converts, whatever artwork, you're making. They didn't know? Like, actually, like, most AI is pretty advanced. Like, even that present, like, even initially, like, they probably didn't, like, pay too much attention, but looking at the gift icon, there was kind of like a groove underneath the gift lid that looks unnatural. But if you looked at it from, like, afar, then you don't really notice it. Look at that passive DPS, 270. How much it costs? If you're talking about combat drones, 72k gold. Those enemies. The jumper, I'm playing on 1.5 times speed. Guy's like 6k HP. Yep. Kill that grenadier. Nice. Okay, so you can reload it and then get out of the drone and it'll still shoot. So that is nice. Oh. Get that jumper. I think what I'll do is I'll get another drone. Make that passively shoot. At wave 160 for endless, it's pretty good. I mean, I figure, yeah, because that fucking first-person DPS. Also being able to, like, you know, attack any, like, enemy you want. Just, like, full control. Not limited to the targeting selections. Is that jumper? Oh, it's already dead. Do you think it actually hold up on endless? I mean, obviously you need to pair it with other towers, right? So it's just a matter of, you know, figuring out, like, what towers you don't have to bring, like... I think you still need a warship or XWM for the AoE, right? But... Machine Gunner could also work. Top path is pretty solid for crowd control. Would this be a good tower for Bladeworks Endless? Yes. Yes, it would very much be. Just because of the stun capability. Like, maybe not so much for its, like, DPS, but bottom path support is immensely good because of that stun. 4-second boss stun. Not only that, but slow too, which I think should affect Void, which should make it a lot more possible. Oh, those jumpers are scary. Wow, look at that, the new combat drone. Look at this thing. If you buy something from an art site, you expect it to be actual art and not AI. Depends on, like, you know, like whatever terms the sites use, right? Like if AI is allowed or not. Also, you know, like also clearly defining whether the art is, or indicating whether the art is AI or not. But yeah, like AI art has gotten all like significantly better at looking realistic, especially like, you know, the biggest example being like hands. Like hands are a lot more realistic than what they used to be, like 6 fingers and like all that fucking mess. How much to buy? 72k gold for the combat drone. Yeah, 4-second boss stun. Better than, yeah, fucking pre-nerf Slimer is like 3 seconds. Shit is fucking wild. Jumper. The speed pad deployer. Yeah, images are common. They're everywhere, even art sites. Yeah, like if you're trying to look up like Google, like images on Google, like a good chunk of them are going to be AI, which kind of sucks. Especially if you're trying to find references for making your own art, or like other type of references. The Smasher. Nice. AoE, deal with the rest of those. Get that maxed. Can drop bombs. Purgatory over there. I made those dudes. Nice. Fucking sweeping them. Yeah, 2-5 heli shred them, been sleeping on them, yeah. Bottom path heli is still pretty good, it's just, you know, if, like I said, if you want more DPS, then top path would be the way to go for early game. But for early game, having at least, you know, like your first heli be bottom path is a fine option. Look at that fucking damage. That wave didn't even finish, did it? The fact I have to like rotate. Okay, can I upgrade this? Yep. Doesn't unlock pave missiles? No. No. That's a max level, okay. Pilots. careful. Don't want to get too close. These goddamn purgatories. Now we drop the bombs. Pilot. Jumper. Drop more bombs, missiles. Jumpers. Pilots. So we haven't rewinded yet. That's good at least. Unless we rewind now. Oh. We're fine. Okay, so as long as I keep my distance, those purgatories shouldn't be an issue. So here, get that to max. Deal with the shoot the bounded, bomb them. I'll get some anti-air. So we'll do this. Purgatory. Bomb them. Shielded. Since I have the A turrets, they should deal with the Artemis pretty easily. Artemis dead just from 3 top path A turrets. It's pretty solid. Dealt with Mobius. The other drone died. That's interesting. Goddammit. So we'll do this. Get that. If we manual control it, just do that. Massive damage. And with the new grinding strat on Saras with this and MG. Oh yeah, grinding strats will be a lot more engaging, potentially better too, since you can just clear early waves a lot quicker too. Okay. I think I'll just get top half the turrets and see how that goes. So I'll go random. Like, they can deal with VX drone pretty easily, and hopefully the other drones that MK2 spawns. We're gonna bomb them. Got the speed pads. I wonder if it automatically spots, because I don't know if those jumpers are just slow naturally or if being slowed. The only thing I don't like about Dark Control is that you can't see the enemy's HP. Or yeah, I feel like that would be nice if you're able to see enemy HP. Look at that stun. Let's bomb him. one-time speed, right? Yep. Galen because TDX cores only talk about Gmob discourse, see nothing about drone. It's always the bad things that are that most people notice, I remember. And the fuck-ass purgatory. Yep. Here, let's get rid of that. We'll do manual control on this. Get the pave missiles. Boom. We can also spot too. Slow that guy down. Purgatory still alive? Slowed that bounded down. Yep, it's dealt with. Drop the bombs. Nice. Save some money in case I need to replace combat drone. Drop more bombs. One-shots them. Bombs. That's all of them. Reload. Finally, the drone on TenLetters avatar has a purpose. Yep. The Isle drone. Alright, so it's all flying enemies. Okay, wait, so you have the okay, so that passively stuns. Okay, so if I get this pave drone, shield him just in case. Pave this. I keep calling it pave drone. Look at that stun. Nice. Dealt 500k HP to Destructor only combat drone at Singularity. Wait, so Destructor got past? That's what I'm hearing? Like he didn't deal enough damage? Probably have to like effectively utilize the bottom path stun in order to kill Destructor with just combat drone. Let's bomb him. Because those X Juggernauts don't have explosive resistance, they only have laser and gold alongside ice and fire. Deal the full explosive damage. I probably should position my player near the back if I ever like lose control and there's like leaks. So I just stand back here. Like stand over here. Actually no. I do at least want to like have some like good sight coverage on my character. Control that again. It's a lot of shield. How much fucking HP does he have? 70k, 35k shield. So over 100k HP. Slow it down a bit. Probably also manually control the bottom path drone as well. Okay, so if I control this guy now, pave missiles. Damage. Okay, that wave is definitely gonna be an issue. Okay, what if I set to random? Maybe that's fine. Should be good. Let's give that a go. Save it on this thing goes insane. Wonder how much this can dominate on multi-lane. Yeah, definitely. When we get nightmare maps and future events, this shit will go hard. So I have it set to random, so hopefully it'll even out its damage. It's gonna actually like be good at the game. Like a mini A10, just sweeping with the rockets. Okay, yeah, random and spreading out my AoE, definitely the play. Because these guys only have like 7k HP. Okay, we're good. Reload my weapons. Let's go back. Shouldn't have spent half of my money on those April Fools and Valentine's crates. But the cosmetic. It's all about the cosmetics. Let's bomb them. It's interesting how much fucking HP these guys have. Called X Ordinals. 50% blast resist, 70% laser, 100% gold. Got that stun. Please, can you give me drone? I don't think I can give you the drone. You gotta grind it for yourself. Bomb them again. How much HP do these guys have? A lot. Yeah, FOMO cosmetics over actual towers. Very true. Alright, let's do Destructor on 1x speed, see how that goes. Bomb these guys. I could bait, hold on. that. Look at the structure stunned. Deal with these, he's jumping. Do this. Still, there we go. Bomb him. Shield up. So John did mention that it's like 30k, like you can get up to like 30k DPS if you utilize every attack. Okay, so it doesn't matter how high you are, that death explosion still fucks you over. Bomb them. Shield up. Damage so far. And shield. Yep. Rockets. Stun. Yeah, so the shield gets back up as like until he does this. Oh, I got him down to his rage, but I won't be able to kill him. I feel like if I utilize the bottom pass stun more often, like manual, I'll probably be able to kill him. What's the best solo grind strat for the new drone? From what I know, I think it's like. Let me think. You have the solo expert on there's a solo expert strat on Salrose hard map. For endless solo, I think it's a deserted strat, I think. I don't remember. 4 max top path drones, bomb spam. Yeah, with 4 I mean if we're doing blade works, I think we'd only have one person with drone just for the support. It wouldn't be for DPS. Does drone add extra damage on bosses? Oh, I should probably use that. Yeah, hold on. Okay, I actually need to lock in a micro, so let me do this. I'll stand in the middle here, so when I get into control, I can get out of control, click on him, or click on the center, and immediately gain control. Use the spotter ability for increased damage, pave missiles or stun. Let's see how that goes. I'll keep it on 1x speed. Okay, get used to it, hold on. Okay, so pave him once. Should probably yeah, definitely have to get used to this. That. Jumped. Can control, pave him. Reload that. Deal with the guys. Yep. I'm just gonna sell that, get a new drone, then pave. stun. Control. Wrong. Okay, so I just realized X is the keybind to exit, right? Which makes sense. I still don't get why the sell button isn't X. Oh, it's like, I don't know. Also, yeah, I'm definitely not killing him. CMP. Is the spotter ability on the hotbar? No, it is not. Also, yeah, okay, this is kind of weird, right? Because you have different paths, but both of the targetings are like the same. So I think it prioritizes. If I sold this, what does it prioritize? The other one's dead, so I can't even tell. Click on that. Yep, obviously prioritizes that. If I sold this again. So I guess it prioritizes top path. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so that'll be the interesting to see. So you have the 40% from freezing, 10% from toxic, and then 10% from spotter. Or is it 10%? Let me see. 15%. Did he buff it? Yeah, it looks like a Traz buffed it. Is the new tower better than Heli? I think it depends, but I think Heli. I don't know. Like I said, it depends. Drone can be better than Heli, but Heli, if you want to play like passively and not like manual first-person targeting, then you'd go for drone. When you use POV hotkey on combat drone, you should prioritize near. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, it's probably why. Oh, the particles. Okay, what should we do then? Hold on. So here's what the ideal stun setup would be, right? We get Slammer, we get G Ranger, G Mine, combat drone. So 4 towers for a stun loadout. Which is fucking crazy. Here, let me think. So I'm thinking Bladeworks, right? Maybe somebody else should do the drone? Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Let's do this. I'll play with matchmaking. Go into a game with randoms. What other tower could I bring? I'll just get Relic. Why not? We'll go into matchmaking. Play like 1 or 2 games, or a few. What's the stun immune time after Pave Missile? 3 seconds on bosses. It's always going to be the same. Half a second for regular enemies, 3 seconds for boss enemies. Which also includes, well, yeah, and obviously like, predators are bosses, but for some reason avatars and errata dogs aren't considered bosses. Like, they're called mini bosses, but they don't have the boss status, so the 3-second stun immunity doesn't apply. With all abilities used, it can dish out 30k DPS. Yeah, not exactly, but it's like the burst. Alright. I don't know what they want to do, so... Is this another Isle? I think that's the, an Isle character, like one of the mercs. Spotter. So we got a lot of people watching. I greatly appreciate you guys sticking around. And if you haven't already, or interested in more content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the stream. I think today we hit 3,000 subscribers too. Let me check where we're at. Yeah, 3,004. very nice milestone. Congrats on 3K, thanks. More stream snipers? I don't think these guys are stream sniping. They could be. What are you doing for 3K? I mean, don't think I have anything planned. Just playing the update. And next week we're getting the Elite rework, so I'm definitely going to be streaming then too. Alright, let's just immediately get the drone. Probably farm as well. Alright, let's go. Actually, I'll let it run passively. I feel like that'd be a lot better to use. I'm gonna get 10 farms to at least get like the minimum income to compensate for a quad. That guy has manual control. Do you think this thing is going to get hard nerfed at some point? Probably not. I think its use case is sort of niche or specialized to where if you really want to like maximize its potential, you have to, you know, invest like some level of control and micro into it, and you have to like manage between going into first person and then going out and managing other towers. Farm. Yeah, bottom path drone next WM combo. Actually, I probably could get a bottom path. Focus on, yeah, since I got the stun loadout, I'll get bottom path. Focus on that. I got all my farms. Try out both paths. I think pave is better for endless, with while top path is better for expert. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, the stun is a lot more useful, especially long term in endless. Yeah, to control it. I think I'll focus, prioritize the X soldier. Nice. Now let's reload. 85% bullet res. I have to go into first person, get that bypass. Deal with that X-Soldier again. Nice. Protect the G mobs. Should probably keep them alive so they can reload. Get that reload money. Let me invest in farms. Alright, 50 bullet res, ignore that with headshots. Check this shit. Flying enemies, just deal with them easily. So drone has innate flying, I think. Could just sell and replace just to check. Alright, my farm's that. I'll just get bottom path, just to keep it simple. First person, let's kill these guys. Upgrade the farms again. Do you prefer top or bottom path? I mean, obviously they're both good at like certain like things, right? Top path is like more full control, while bottom path is more support. So overall, I think I'd use bottom path a lot more often, just because of what I mainly do. Endless, and on impossible maps too. Reload that before I get out. Upgrade. Why did I sell it? Fucking. Full control. Deal with those grenadiers. Got a relic. So if I leave from this, yeah, okay, so it keeps the direction it faces. I still don't understand, like, I keep saying this, right? But it still baffles me. Why isn't the cell key X? Why is it backspace? Gonna carry some level 80 newbies on Endless. Utilizing the combat drone. I probably won't do an Endless run this stream. I'll probably be checking out other stuff, as well as potentially a strat make with it. Potentially. Also, I don't know if this screen shake from the recoil is disorienting for some of you guys, but I feel like they could definitely tone it down. Or make it so like instead of the screen recoiling, it could be like the reticle that recoils. Be a lot more easier on the eyes. The jumpers. Okay, nice. Yeah, backspace is too far. Yeah, because obviously you have your right hand on your mouse, you have your left hand on your keyboard. Like, if you want to sell something, you gotta move it across the keyboard. So why not X? Alright, super heavy Titan. Where's that Titan? Or is it tank? Yeah, tank. Keep upgrading my farms. Deal with the grenadiers. Wave 20. Get the speed boost more. upgrading. Another cool aerial tower, perfect reindeer killer. Exactly. Pretty solid, solid tower. Okay, that's all I'll get. Just 2 4s. I'll focus on bottom path. Deal with the smasher. That. What's the placement limit? 1 in. I don't know if it, because it's 2 in solo. I haven't checked what the placement limit is. It's for duo. But trio and quad is 1. So. If I disable UI, keeps that tint. Bottom path forces to circle the center. Yeah, it has like 300 range, so I think it covers every map as far as I know. But it's stuck in like the center, circling. Also, certain maps with sightline blockages will also be affected too. Like for example, the like Route 66 with that one giant ass pillar, like that'll block like a part of the path. Like here, for example, like at a certain angle, the fence slightly blocks the path. Can it crash into enemies? Yeah, when it dies, it does the death explosion. That deals damage. Just like Heli. Spot too. Spot that shit. Let me focus on the purgatories, because these guys are annoying. Let me spot them. Spot, there we go. I'm too used to like selecting an ability and like clicking again to target. grounded. Nice. Got a max. It's the night vision tint. Nice. Stun him. Yeah, hit the tree. Actually, yeah, Zeus is also stun immune, so it doesn't stun him. Stun our miss. Oh. Just go into rage mode. Oh. Stun him. Revival rainbow, yep. So I missed with that pave. Kill Artemis, kill Zeus. Okay, so here I should probably like focus on setting up the stun setup, but theoretically, with Slimer, G Ranger, G Mine, and then Combat Drone, we should be able to get 100% stun uptime, which means they won't be able to use any of their abilities as long as we can keep that stun. Why does a drone have battery? Oh, it is a drone. Also, you see that connection icon as well. We should have brought anti-air. Let me release control. Actually, here, look. If you think about it, if the sell button were X, then people might double click and accidentally sell the drone. So I could definitely see that being an issue, but even then, I feel like maybe just rebind to a different key then, like Z, or some other key that's not too far away. What are the damage numbers? Sometimes blue? Shield. Indicates when you're hitting shields. Headshot is yellow, although I don't think missiles do headshots. I do hear like the headshot tick though, so maybe it armor pierces, or maybe it does deal 2 times. I'm not paying attention. Drone's anti-air just not good. Yep, it's a skill issue. Boom, stun. Look at that stun. You see that shit? Slow him down too. Boom, stun him again. 4-second stun. Stun him again. And he's dead. Wait. Okay. Did that deal damage? A bit. Oh wait, hold on. So since the drone is, I guess the placement is here, but it's over here. I guess the damage is determined on based on where the model actually is. Yeah, drone versus drone. That overseer just plowing through. There goes the other one. Wave 38. I'll spread out the damage evenly. Okay, so I think I'll test here. This will do. I'll test stun uptime on Destructor. Let me prep. Just face this way. Slammer. Get G-Mine over here. I think that's fine. A few more. And then G-Ranger. Here, it's the strongest. Alright, let's test it out. So I'll do the drone stun first. Did I not stun it? Or am I not hitting it? I think I'm not hitting it. Oh no, because I'm going now too early. Stun. Fuck. Too. Yeah, so if you go out too soon. Fuck. Rage, so I'll just wait for that. Jumped. Can't reach stuns there. Definitely a lot of effort, but it's probably possible on slower speeds because we're at 1.5 times. So. Reload that. Also gonna utilize slow. Yeah, the micro for 100% stun is going to be insane. For now, just stun regularly. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should get closer. That's probably fine. farms. Alright. Drones. Let's try this. Yeah, they're growing too fast. Yeah. Oh, we killed it. Sweet. Yeah. On half speed, it's definitely a lot more manageable. You can also actually like count because 4 seconds would be 8 at half speed, so that's a lot of time to stun. Yeah. I think what I'll do though is I think I'll end the stream here. I think we've seen a good amount of what the drone provides. So what do I think about it? The drone's definitely good. I like it. Especially since, you know, the unique first-person mode just gives you full control. It's like a unique playstyle. Definitely spices up the gameplay compared to, you know, traditional tower defense of just placing upgrading towers and changing targeting using abilities. But not only that, but like its support as well, its capabilities. That stun is going to be useful for Bladeworks, which you can definitely look forward to in the future. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here for those still tuning in. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, would like to support the channel, make sure to subscribe, like the stream. And I'll see you guys until the next stream, or next video, whatever that will be. See you guys later.